There's a system that the credit bureaus have to follow, whether your accounts are open or closed. And I'm going to walk you through the entire system of what that looks like. So sit back, relax, grab a pen, get some paper, get something to drink. We're going to get straight into it. Welcome to the disputing system. If you're unaware, there's a system that the credit bureaus have to follow. And if they don't follow it, it's a violation. All right. And we're going to talk about that later on. However, I got to give credit to where credit is due. Before we get into the system, I want to put everything into context to where everything will make sense. All right. So I got an opportunity to meet Eric Thomas. All right. And he's basically the story that I'm going to share with you is I got it from him, all right? And I got the opportunity to meet him in Orlando, Florida and get to hear the story based off of, and that story, I was like, man, that's amazing. I want to be able to share that same story to the people I'm serving, all right? And you all are the people I'm serving. I want to help you all get the results that you're looking for, all right? So we all know who this person is, all right? And if you don't know, it's Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players that ever touched a ball, right? Now, Michael Jordan wasn't winning until he got introduced to Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson had a system. It was called the triangle system. And with that system, Michael Jordan plus the team and plus his system got these results, all right? Now, with these results, got multiple championships, multiple championships, all right? He got 6 championships. But if you're unaware of the story, because I don't want to go into like full context. However, Michael Jordan retired, right? And Phil Jackson went to go play with Kobe Bryant and Shaq. And he brought his same system. And guess what? With that system, they got championships. But if you're unaware of Kobe's and Shaq's, story, Shaq went to go play with Miami and Phil Jackson retired. And then eventually Phil Jackson came back to the Lakers and they won 2 more titles, all right? So altogether, Kobe and Phil Jackson got 5 rings together, right? So as you can see, Phil Jackson's system worked, all right? That triangle system, all the things that they implement, of course, they did lose some games. However, when they came to the playoffs, they put that system, it worked, and they got the championships. Now, if you're unaware of this person right here, Tom Brady, one of the greatest players that ever touched a football. Now, Tom Brady plus Bill Belichick, it was called the Patriots way. The system was called the Patriots way. However, that system that was introduced or implemented got them 6 rings. Now, if you're unaware of Tom Brady's story, he left because of whatever the case may be. He left and went to Tampa Bay, right? He went to Tampa Bay. He brought his system of the way of winning the things back to the Tampa Bay culture. And guess what? With that system and whatever he, learned from Bill Belichick and things like that, they implemented some of the strategies. And guess what? They got a championship. The results work. The system works. Now, I want to introduce to you the system that works, all right? Even though Experian, TransUnion, Equifax are on their own program. However, if you follow the laws, based off of the laws, you're going to get your results. Now, it might take some time, as you know, with the credit bureaus. Nothing is 100% guaranteed, but if you follow this system of how to dispute your accounts off your credit report, eventually you're going to start getting some results, all right? Now, I'm basically going to walk you through that process of what it looks like. So first things first, you have to understand the law first. 15 U.S.C. 1681I, right? Procedure in case of disputed accuracy. Now, there are other laws that are in the Fair Credit Reporting Act, but we're going to go over the part of disputing those negative accounts on your report, all right? The laws of the laws, I'm just here to show you and serve you and give you the information based off of what we did as a company and how we help people. Now, we stopped helping people doing it for them because of people were doing certain things, which CFPB and things like that. However, we didn't partner up with the lawyer to then actually get the violations based off of that and submit it to the lawyer. And the lawyer would then, you already know, sue the credit bureaus. But that's another conversation for another day. So here's the system that you need to follow. How to leverage the specific system, right? Now, step 1 is request your report, identify the inaccuracies, dispute the inaccuracies, basically do an investigation period, verification and correction, follow up. Now, disputing the inaccuracy, what I mean by that is asking them, I'm going to show you that later on, but I just want to clear it up. We're not going to tell them to update, modify. That's the credit bureau's job, all right? But we're disputing the inaccurate information on the actual report, all right? What I mean by that is I'm going to talk about it here in a second, but I want to get into this part first. introduction, right? The banking system is dependent upon fair and accurate credit reporting. Inaccurate credit reporting directly impair the efficiency of the banking system, and unfair credit reporting methods undermine the public confidence, which is essential to the continued function of the banking system. All right. Now, I got this from the FCRA, so you can read that yourself. However, what does that mean? If your accounts are incomplete and accurate, guess what? The banks need us. So if it's not reporting correctly, now we can't get approved for the things we want. However, you already know Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, don't be the banking or whatever accounts on your report are sometimes inaccurate and incomplete. And this is how you're going to be able to leverage the specific laws to help you get those accounts removed from your credit report. I'm not saying you don't owe the money. What I am saying is Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, they have a duty to report complete and accurate information. That's their job, all right? Now, with that being said, you want to get your report first, all right? So you can go to Identity IQ. We do have, you can get $1 trial for 7 days. Now, with that, when you get your report, what you're going to see is incomplete and inconsistent information on your report. All right. So just look at every single account on your report. And if it's negative and if it's holding you back, we're not talking about positive accounts, right? We're talking about the accounts that are holding you back, the ones that you have multiple late payments, the ones that are holding your credit score back. What you want to do is look at it. We're not going to dispute the inaccuracies. What we're going to do is dispute the, we're not going to dispute and say it's not ours. What we're going to dispute is say, hey, I want to reinvestigate the specific accounts, all right? And if it's not complete and accurate, please remove it from my credit report based off of this law right here, all right? So what we're telling Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, you want to create 3 separate letters and put, if it's on Experian, those negative accounts, you want to create a letter just for Experian. Now, if you have negative accounts that's on TransUnion, you want to create you want to create a separate letter based off of what's on TransUnion. You want to do the same thing for Equifax, all right? Because if you're unaware, some of those negative accounts are not reported on Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. They might just be reported on one credit report, all right? Or 2 out of the 3. That's the reason why you want to create 3 separate letters, and what you want to do is add 2 forms of identification and send it certified when you send off your letter. So you want to put all those negative accounts on this specific letter. I'll have the letter in the comments, all right? Now, you're telling the credit bureaus right here, reinvestigate the completeness of every piece of information. If it's not accurate, please remove it from my report. It's not your job to tell them to update. They should already did all that specific things, all right, when they put it on your report. However, now after you send your letter, you need to wait 30 days. All right, 30 days for them to complete the investigation and 5 days for them to send you the investigation. All right, and this is based off of this law right here, 18 U.S.C. 1681 IA1B. Now, guess what? If you dispute again within that 30-day period, now the credit bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax have 15 additional days to complete that investigation. All right, so do not dispute again. Just wait for the investigation to be completed before you send your next letter in, all right? Now, after the 30-day is completed in 5 days, now this is the reason why it's important for you to certify your letters, because now you're aware of when Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax actually received your actual letter, right? So 30 days from the time they receive it, 5 days for them to send you an investigation back is very important. Now, what do you do next? This part is very important, all right? Now, a lot of people give up, quit, but now that you have the information, you're here, you know what to do next, all right? So here's what's gonna happen next. After you receive your investigation, a few things might happen, all right? You might got some accounts removed from your credit report. Congratulations. You might got some accounts basically updated, modified, quote unquote, all right? Now, or verified. So if you have verified accounts, what do you want to do next? Based off of this law right here, 18 U.S.C. 1681 I-7, you want to ask for them to, request the description of how they verify those accounts, all right? Once you request for the description, they're supposed to provide it to you within 15 days, all right? So they're supposed to provide that description. So send this letter out to who you talking to, whether that's Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, and request for the description of how they verify those specific accounts. Now, They might send something, they might not send something. However, if they don't, it's a violation, all right? And here's a law that they have 15 days to actually provide you that description, all right? Now, what do you do next after that? Now, this is when you file a complaint with a CFPB. Now, let me make this clear. If you file a complaint with a CFPB, it's not 100% guaranteed that, those accounts. It's just another way for you to get some results, all right? But you just got to continue doing that process over and over and over and over again, all right? To actually, file a complaint with the CFPB and, tell them and let them know everything that happened. And you should, start seeing some results. However, sometimes you might not receive some results. But Experian TransUnion Equifax be on their own program. And this is the reason why somebody has to hold them accountable. Let me explain how you can hold them accountable here shortly. I understand that this is a lot of work to remove those negative items from your report. However, you got to do what you got to do to get the things removed from your report. You reap what you sow, and if you sow nothing, you're going to reap nothing. But what's unfair is that you can send a letter to Experian, you can send a letter to TransUnion, you can send a letter to Equifax, and they will continue violating your rights month after month after month. This is the reason why I had to partner with the lawyer to hold Experian, TransUnion, Equifax accountable for violating people's rights. And if this is something that you want to do or sign up for, guess what? Click the link in the description, schedule a call with me and my team so we can help you knock the credit bureaus out, because Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, and these debt collectors are your enemies. And if you want to knock them out, hey, click the link in the description. But if you want to go through the system and the process of doing it yourself, hey, just follow the videos, and I have other content that will help you remove those negative items from your credit report. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.